Hey folks, Shakti here. Greetings from beautiful Florida. Today I wanted to kind of recap what we've been talking about. So our goal has been to live a more balanced and stress-free life, to live from a place of having more inner peace within ourselves so that we can translate that into the world around us. So we've covered some things like, well, I was sharing with you the way that I've stayed centered and grounded, and a mantra that I've used for many years has been, I'm centered, I'm grounded, I have no agenda, no attachments, no resistance, no fear, no urgency, no effort, no expectations. And that is how I think I've just transformed myself from the inside out, by repeating those mantras. So we were kind of breaking those down and talking about them. And we started off with no agenda. We're letting go of our plans so that, you can have a rough outline of where you want to go and how, what you want to accomplish, but don't be attached to those plans that you make. Remember, we're grasping or we're having an open palm. And that applies to everything. When we have an open palm, again, we're open to receive. So we kind of let go of it has to be just so we're letting go of that and kind of going more with the flow. And then we're talking about having no resistance. And that's where I talked about being a wall versus being a screen. A wall, when things come at you, will grasp onto it. It'll stick there. Whereas if you're a screen and you let things just pass through, then it doesn't stick to you and cause problems in your body, your mind, your spirit. And so the next thing I wanted to talk about is attachment. This is a big one. And what comes to mind for me first and foremost when I talk about non-attachment is my children. And most of us, I'd say, probably nearly all of us, when our kids come along, it changes our life completely. And suddenly, we've created something, we've manifested an entire other being, and it changes your life. And there's really nothing you love more in life than that child or those children. And I just remember when they were first coming along that I was so, you're just so in love and you just want to and never let go. And the thought of something happening to your kids is it's so overwhelming that right away I knew this is going to be impossible to live like this, because life is, shit happens. Life is unpredictable and it can change on a dime. It can change in a heartbeat. And I knew I couldn't grasp my children like that. It was too much. I knew right away it was too much. So I had an open palm policy with my children. I knew, like the Bible even teaches, we're stewards of our children. We're stewards of money. We're stewards of the earth. None of it belongs to us. We may be a part of the co-creation. We are part of the co-creation, but we don't own it. We don't own our children. So I've had to have this, I just let it go. I let the fate of me, of my kids, the people I love, the planet, everyone, I have non-attachment to it, because what happens, happens. It is what it is. And just allowing life to unfold. And that's what non-attachment to me is. We'll talk more about this a lot, because I think it's one of the most important things to get down. But definitely, when it comes to my kids, I've learned to just have that open-handed, and I wrote about this recently. I called it free-range parenting. I just let them live their lives, let them experience it. I wasn't the helicopter mom. I don't hover over my children, and they're awesome adults. They're amazing people. I'm not saying there's one perfect way of parenting and that the way you do it is wrong or what I did was right or anything like that. I'm just asking you to have more of just being more permeable about life in general, just having more of an openness about the way things can unfold, about the way things, your expectations and things like that. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, and we'll talk more about it tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in, and you have a lovely day. I love you so much.